Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
Jailbreakers, Plan Your Escape, is a little dice game that can be played solo or with multiplayers. What you're going to get inside is a cute little rule book. It's actually fairly good, but my gosh, is that font small or what? You better have your reading glasses on, my friends. You're going to get some nice little cards. They're not very good quality, but you know what? They're not very good. They're really, 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 really cheap. Probably not the worst I've ever seen in the game. I do like the artwork in the game. I think the artwork is really kind of cool looking, and I'll show you more of that as we look through the game. But my gosh, these cards are really cheap. I really don't like them. I do like the dice. I don't know why. They're just regular six-sided dice. I like the way they feel. I like the way they hold. I think they're really nice dice, and I just really like them. It is interesting to me that you have 3 of each color, but only 2 yellow because the 5-player game only requires 2 dice. So they didn't give you the option of playing any other. If you like yellow, you have to be playing a 5-player game. Otherwise, there's not enough dice to play that. So that may bother you if yellow is your color. Okay, so what do we have here? We have our goods over here that we're trying to craft. This is going to accomplish what's on our escape plan. So if you can see here, you're required to get a shovel, a grappling hook, a bed dummy, and nunchucks. To accomplish this, you would draw 4 cards from the success or fail deck, and then if only you have 2 fails, you'll pass. So these are going to be our finished products. These are going to be the goods we're going to use at the top here to create the crafted ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 through 12, and we have a guard on 3, 6, and 9. In the success and fail deck, we have 10 successes and 4 fails all mixed up in here. Each player is going to get 3 random prisoners. In this example, I'm just going to play until 1 person breaks out. That's it. Normally you would play until all 3, and I'll kind of explain what would happen at that point, but the game just kind of continues on. So I'm just going to play a sudden death until 1 person is able to escape. So the first thing you'll do on your turn is you'll roll the dice. I'm going to roll the red dice, and I rolled a 2, which means I can place my dice on 1 or 2. If I put it on 1, I collect a metal. On 2, I would collect a wood. So what I do is I kind of look here and see what I need in order to accomplish this. So I need a cloth and a rope for a bed sheets and a bed dummy. I need tape and a cloth, so I don't need any of those. So I'm just going to grab a wood for this character. Then the blue guy would roll his die. Oh, he only rolled a 1, so he has to go here and grab a metal. Then red would roll their second dice. I rolled a 4. I can add this to my dice before. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So the 6 is right here with the guard. So obviously I don't want to go there. But I can go anywhere 6 or lower. So I'm going to grab some tape. So now I have wood and tape. Now if I had enough to trade it in for a finished good, I could. But let's say I'm going with these bet. I need cloth and rope. So he's not ready yet. So this blue would be 4, plus 1 is 5. So the only thing he's going to have here is cloth. So he's going to take some cloth. Now I'm going to look around and see, how do I make that shovel? I need metal and wood. Okay, so he doesn't have enough. So the next red will go 5, 9, 10, 11. So I can go all the way up to 11. Collect any 2 materials. That's great, because I want this. So any 2 would be rope and cloth, which I can immediately trade in for a worker outfit. Now the most I can have of these cards is 7. So I picked up 2, I was able to trade it in for the 1, and that's the end of his turn. This guy rolled a 3, 7, 8. So you can go all the way up to 8. Collect either 1 rope, 1 cloth, or 1 tape, or collect 1 metal or 1 wood. So he's thinking about that shovel. He needs metal and wood. So he's going to go here, and he has metal. So he's going to grab a wood, which I'll trade my metal and my wood in, and he'll add a shovel to his repertoire. At that point, everybody takes their dice back. The guards will all move 1 step. And then you would go again. This time the blue would go first. And he rolls a 4. Well, he obviously doesn't want to go where the guard is. He can collect a rope, wood, or thing. So you're going to look here. I'm seeing a grappling hook. I need metal and rope. So for 4, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to grab a rope. Because he wants to fulfill this one right here, and I'm going to need a grappling hook. So he's going to roll a 3. I can't go there because somebody's already there. So he needs a worker outfit. That needs a bed dummy. So I need cloth and tape. So none of those. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a... Well, nope, I'm going to go here and grab a metal while I'm here. Because I already had a wood. Maybe grab a metal. Alright, a blue. So I can go all the way up to 5. So he's going to go there and grab a tape. And I need a bed dummy. So I need cloth and tape. Guess what he has? Cloth and tape. So he's going to get a bed dummy. So now for finalized products, he's got a bed dummy and a shovel. And here I need a bed dummy, shovel, nunchuck, and a grappling hook. So let's see what else red can do here. 6 plus 3 is 9. So you can only collect 1 material and give 1 material. Or collect either 1 rope, 1 cloth, or 1 tape. What's he trying to do here? He's trying to get the bed path. So he's got a cloth. He's going to collect a cloth. Here's his tape. And I'm going to take a bed dummy. So now he has a bed dummy and an outfit, which you can see here he needs an outfit and a bed dummy. So that means he's got a 6 here, so that would be worth 6. So I'm going to shuffle up success and failures. And I'm going to draw 1, 2, well you draw 1 at a time. So success and a failure. Now I could punt here and only give up 1 of those items, or I can keep trying to go. So it's another fail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lose both my items, my bed dummy and my outfit. And I will take 1 fail out of the deck and put this back in. I'm going to shuffle it up anew. This was not accomplished. So it goes back, and that was red's turn. We'll go back to blue. 2, so 6. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. I could go as high as this. Collect any 1 material. I like that. So let's see. I need nunchucks, rope, and wood. So I have rope. I can get any 1 item. So I'm going to get a wood. I'll trade this in. And now they'll have the nunchucks that they need. So I got a shovel, bed dummy, and nunchucks. They're only lacking the grappling hook. So let's go back down to red. 12, 13, 14, 15. I need anything on here. Steal 1 item from 1 player. Guess what he's going to steal? I am going to steal this bed dummy. So that's a really good card. So I'm going to go ahead and steal that from him. Boo-hoo-hoo. Okay. You get your people back. Get your red back. The guards will continue to move. Now, if you ever get stuck on one of these guys, if for some reason you have to place a dice here, one of your prisoners will go out of the game until you can afford to bring him back into the game. You have to give up items to get him back. So you want to try to stay away from the guards. This time the red is going to go first. 4. So let's see what they need. We got a bed dummy, so maybe go with these again. And I got cloth and wood, so 4 is 1 cloth. That sounds great to me. Then all he'll need is a rope. And this is a 1, would be a metal. Okay. Now when that got stolen from blue, that's setting back a little bit. So 9, I can go all the way up here. Collect 1 material and give 1. So that cloth, I need a rope. So I'm going to go here to collect any 1 material. I'll get a rope. I'll trade that in with my cloth. And I'll get the worker outfit again. And I'll bring my bed dummy. And I'll try to accomplish this again for the 6. So the 1 is a success. 2 is a success. 3 is a success. 4 is a success. 5 is a fail, but my last one was a success. So you give up your items. And you would take this, scoring the 6 points, and one of your prisoners came out of the game. So it set one of my prisoners away. He has escaped. And at the end of the round, one of my dice will go with him. So now I'll be playing with just 2 dice instead of 3. And you'll keep doing that. The game's going to slog a little bit at the end because you're not going to have as many dice. So you kind of want to set up as much as possible before you actually do escape. I just wanted to show you how to escape with 1 person. We're going to claim the red as the winner. But as you can tell, the blue was maybe going for something a little bit easier and the game could progress from there. So remember, in the main game, You're going to try to get 3 people out. A lot of people like to play where it's getting 2 out. And this one, I just wanted to show you how it worked, so only 1 got out. The expansion also includes these money bag cards. This allows you to turn in any 3 items and get a money bag. If you escape with a money bag, then you can give up one of these and you get to ignore one of the failed cards. So getting one of these, while it may take longer, will leave you with a higher chance of escaping. The Warden is a new type of guard, and what the Warden does, he works exactly like the guard, except for if you get caught by the Warden, you have to give up 3 material items instead of 2. So the penalty for getting caught by the Warden is just a little bit tougher. The game is also going to come with Snitch Cards as an expansion. This is something modular that you can add. And anytime somebody escapes, you can take your Snitch Card and put into the success or fail deck, and it gets shuffled in. This is going to act just like a fail. If it does not get chosen or randomly distributed during the success part or fail part of the thing, the snitch will be taken out of the game for the rest of the game. So it's kind of a use one to prevent somebody. So you'll see this a lot. It's going to prolong the game sometimes, where people would fail, maybe have a higher chance of failing. You're going to attack the leader with this card, and it's just going to drag out a game that probably sticks around a little bit longer than it needs to in the first place. So I don't know that I would play with the Snitch at all. Out of the 3 expansion cards that come with it, the Snitch card is the one that I would probably never play with. Although it does add some fun and take that to the game, it just prolongs it, and that's not necessary for me. The Warden's actually pretty cool. It just makes it a little bit harder to break out. Once again, probably going to prolong the game just a tad. Now, the money bag's a mixed bag when it comes to that, because sometimes it will make the game easier, get 3 more items, maybe an extra turn and a half to get those items, but you have a higher success chance of getting out. So this could be really, really useful to maybe shorten the game, even though it's going to make it a tad longer. It will make it shorter, as in less fails, and the fails just pretty much resets everything. So because of time constraints, I'd probably keep the money bag in. The Warden could be used sometimes. I don't think it's going to add or subtract that much. Just something a little neat for a twist. So this is probably in most of the time, if not all the time. And the Snitch, I would steer clear of. It's just going to prolong the game. Jailbreakers is a lot like sitting in jail. You're doing the same thing over and over and over again. Jail has been described as monotony. And as an attorney, I've spoken to a lot of criminals that have spent a lot of time in jail. You just get kind of stuck doing menial tasks, and you're doing them over and over again. Well, one of the exciting things about that is you get to do people's laundry. And as you're folding the laundry and doing the laundry, you start to have an idea click in your head. And that idea is, I'm going to escape, and I'm going to use the guard's clothes to do so. Or I'm going to get a shovel and dig my way out. But what you end up doing is you just end up sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting some more. And that's kind of a major problem we have here with Jailbreakers. You just end up doing the same thing over and over and over again. Kind of like folding these clothes. It's fine, but it's not how I want to spend my life. When you think about the theme, you think about this race to get out of the prison. And you have your pile, and you're ready to go, and it's time to escape. And then someone just steals it from you. That was a lot of work. Just taking my stuff is the worst mechanic ever in a game. I've spent this game to generate my resources, to fold my laundry, to do the boring task I do in jail. And then you roll a die high enough to just steal it? Or in some games, you randomly draw a card to steal my stuff? That's not fun. That's not fun! Designers! It's not fun! Who thinks that's fun? The person stealing? It's not! Because you're immediately gonna come after me and steal my stuff. and we're just prolonging the game because we're generating resources to be stolen quite easily by you, and you get nothing. You get something for nothing. And you are a criminal. Listen, it's 2017. You can't be serious. This is still in games. We have almost eradicated the roll and move from board games. Why can we not eradicate the take that? It has its place. Let me earn what I need to do to steal from you. I'm working towards that. Let that be a strategy in the game. It cannot be, people, I draw a random card and I steal everything that you've done. It cannot be I roll a die high enough and I get to steal your stuff. There's no fun in it. It's like making fun of somebody. It's like being a bully. Sure, you're probably having a good time, but everybody else is uncomfortable while you do it. Yet, even this is okay. The decisions you're making are interesting. And this may be where Jailbreak lets us down the most. What decisions are we making? What are we doing here that is so interesting? We're rolling the dice and we're adding together. I like that aspect of the game. But what you do when you get the little spots, you're just choosing what resource you want. Hopefully a guard isn't there. And you're just hoping to steal or get something. There's not a lot to do here. You're just going around the prison getting things, but the only way the guards are ever going to catch you is just if you randomly roll poorly. You have two decisions to make in this game. One is which escape route you're going to go to. That means what resources am I going to generate to get what I need to escape? That's a decision. Number two decision is after I roll the die, what am I going to get? Okay, so I'm going to choose where my die goes to get what resource. Now this is normally pretty straightforward because I've already gone down a path of what escape route I'm going to go for. Because you might be lucky that 3 or 4 escape routes need the shovel, but more than likely that's not going to be the case. So once you generate the nunchuck, and there's only one escape route that has it, fantastic, I'm going down this path. My options are limited without me wasting the die. Now the number one problem with the first option, which is I'm choosing which escape route I want to go, is that as soon as somebody escapes, we wipe them all out. So if I'm trying to escape, making this up, by being a dead inmate and get out, and you're going through the window, if you go through the window, everything's on high alert, and all the escape routes are immediately nullified and cannot be finished, and new ones come out. Great. Now I have a bunch of stuff I can't use, just prolonging the game, and everything I've been doing for the last 10 minutes completely worthless because I have a hand limit of cards that I can have. So if the cards in my hand do not correlate to whatever escape route is out there, I might as well not have them. I've been wasting my time. Sure, that helps with the race, and there's this kind of pooey, but it feels like I take that. It feels unfun. The problem with the second decision is I need what I need, right? I have a certain escape route, so it doesn't help me anything with some of these options. Sometimes I'm just picking up cards to pick up cards. When I get to my third die, sure, that's great because I'm getting the higher stuff where I can kind of have a little bit more choice or steal things from other people, but that doesn't do me go to my first and second die. And if you've already escaped with one of your 3 people, you don't get that third die. So the chance of you getting the better stuff is pretty low unless you randomly roll high. What is good about Jailbreakers is the art. The art is phenomenal in this game. I really like it. It's really appealing, and I love how the art looks, the people look. It all is just kind of this friendly thing, and it looks really, really neat. The theme of the game, this theme is what drew me into it. It's going to draw a lot of people into this game. I'm still kind of waiting around on my good jailbreak game, the one that just kind of breaks the mold. This isn't it. This is an okay game. But that theme of trying to get out of the jail and the prison and get out before everybody else is super neat. We've seen a lot of media in the past, movies and TV shows, all kinds of things that have been really neat to bring this to life. We don't have our board game yet. We don't have our definitive jailbreak game quite yet. Now, art and theme can only add so much to a game. Now, art can definitely make a game better, right? If you have a so-so game and you put a little bit of great art into it, it can make it better. Or a great game can be fantastic with great art. And theme can obviously bring people in. So it brought me to the table. Theme can get people to play your game. And in some regards, maybe like it more than they hate it. It's probably not going to get people to love the game or admit that it's a fantastic game. And that's the problem here. The theme is wonderful, but the game probably isn't. The game just drags on and on and on. And even on! It's just dragging on. And I wait for my parole board to let me out of this game. Please release me. And then they don't. I'm stuck trying to get 3 of these guys out. And it takes forever, and I have less dice, and I can do less stuff. And it is not a pretty sight. That doesn't mean everything is bad in this game. The action selection is really, really good. I like how you roll the dice one at a time. You can add each time. Very cool. You don't do anything particularly interesting with it. You just grab a resource, and you already kind of know what you need, and you either get something you need or get something completely useless. But the action selection part was really neat. And I can't wait to see this with a better game, to be very honest. This action selection, the way you roll the dice and add it, it's the kind of luck I like. I like that part of the game. I think it's very interesting. I like adding it together and the placement. The rules are a little unclear about whether it was the number. So if you use a 6 and you put it on a 3, does it count as a 6 or does it count as a 3? It's a little unclear on that. But it's still really, really interesting. And I like kind of the both ways. I'm not really sure the way it definitively is played in this game. We played it that you added to the placement, which seemed to work for us. People like set collection. That's what you're doing here. Sort of. You're just so constrained and limited in how you collect your sets. It's not even like, is this better than that? You got to go down this path because you've already started down it. And if somebody gets it before you, like I said, it's all wiped out. I'm not sure it's the best type of set collection. So this game, I'm not going to recommend to you. I'm going to recommend purging it. If it sounds interesting to you at all, please check this out. Try it before you buy it. This is from a small publisher. I hope I wasn't too negative. What is here is good. I'm going to do a playthrough of this one so you guys can check out to see how it's played. If you like the channel, please subscribe. If you like what you see, comment below. And go ahead and click that like button. That really helps things out. I appreciate it very much. And I'm going to jailbreak from this review. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel. Lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing games.